Your energy on this call, I just love. You could just be on it all night long because you guys just infuse energy from here. And it's so exciting to just hear everybody and to see all the videos. So my name, like you said, is Kristan Nowland, and just a little bit of background about myself. I think you saw my hubby in the video. I have been a spouse for close to 35 years, married to my best friend on this earth. And we have had the adventure of a lifetime with his 33 years of serving in the Air Force and been able to travel all over and just incredible experiences. And I'm a mama of three. I'm very proud mama of three young adults. And our oldest son is actually serving in the Air Force right now. I'm a nonna to our first grandson, which is awesome. And my background that you saw the picture of me in the military is I was a bone marrow transplant and oncology nurse in the Air Force. And then I switched to the civilian sector, and I did that for a number of years. And I'm here to tell you, it's because of our community, this community, the education and the resources that I switched gears 11 years ago. I partnered with the Juice Plus company, and I became a certified health coach. And eventually, you're going to hear the story, a proud owner of 3 Tower Gardens. And this incredible community, our incredible team, they walked, I was able to represent them walking across the stage in 2017 when I made NMD. And I just have to say that the trajectory of our life and our landscape has changed because of this community and Juice Plus and the nutrition that is afforded. So I want to back up a little bit, because you would actually think that as a health professional, I would have some knowledge about the healing properties of fruits and vegetables on the human body. And I will tell you that as a nurse, I was very ignorant to that aspect. And so when Juice Plus was introduced to me by a couple of dear friends, I was really skeptical because I just didn't have an understanding. I know Hippocrates said, food is thy medicine, but I just was very not focused on that at all. And so I then was a little skeptical, but I love the fact that this was real food, right? And it was in these convenient concentrated plant powders that were in capsules and chewables and shakes. And for me, as a busy mom, my husband was super busy in the Air Force. I was busy volunteering and raising the 3 kids a lot by myself. It was just this easy button, right? It was an easy button for me to have to help get this nutrition into my kids. And at the time that it was introduced to us, I boastfully said, oh, our family's in excellent health. All the kids were in sports. I was working out. Chris was working out. I thought we were just in great health. But in reality, you guys, I actually was suffering from severe migraines. I was anemic and I was osteopenic. And I don't know about you, but what happened in our family, because we had other health issues, is our abnormal became our normal. And we ended up getting so busy and just marching through life, self-medicating, popping Motrin like it was candy, that we did not stop to realize the true health that our family was in. And so I am here to tell you unequivocally that Juice Plus was the catalyst, the capsules, the shakes, the chewables. It was the catalyst that changed our entire family's health because it made us more aware, right? It's this one simple change of adding that nutrition to our family, but it opened up our minds to, gosh, how much water are we drinking? How much exercise are we getting? How much sleep? And also, what are we putting in our bodies to really fuel our body to work, to live a life of abundance, right? And so it was that one simple change that just started this whole life of abundance for our family and reality of what the potentials are and what it felt like to be healthy. And I'm so thankful to share that with all these lifestyle changes, with getting on Juice Plus, that I no longer suffer from migraines. I now donate blood every 8 weeks, which is huge to me as an oncology nurse. And my bone scans show that I do not have osteopenia. So it's just this whole catalyst, this whole big picture. So when I heard about Tower Gardens, it seemed like the next natural step for our family, right? And I was very intrigued for many reasons. But I have to tell you that my husband, Chris, I affectionately call him Harry Horticulture, because this guy loves to garden and he loves to grow flowers. He just loves to grow things, period, right? But we were a military family and we were moving every 1 to 2 years at this point in his career. And so no sooner did he get a garden going and the flowers starting to grow than literally our family was uprooted and we had to move and we had to leave everything behind, that all his hard work, everything we just left behind, and we started it at our next space and at our next station. And so what I love about the Tower Garden is that it's so versatile, right? And it's easy. We were able to break them down, pack them up, move them, set them up. And in a very short period of time, we were actually able to start eating the produce off of our Tower Gardens. And I will tell you that we have had 2 flexes and our home. Johnny was kind of explaining the difference. Our 2 flexes we've had for 10 years. And in that 10-year period, they have moved 5 times. They have been in storage for a year and they have set up perfectly every time. We have only replaced the pump in each of them, which is incredible to me. And it's just been such a godsend to our family to get this nutrition into us and to add this. And so another aspect that I really love about the Tower Gardens is I'm married to Harry Horticulture, who loves to garden. He is married to me, who does not like to garden. So I cannot tell you guys how much I love that these plants, these Tower Gardens, they water themselves. And if they need to, they provide the light that they need. And it is so easy, and no more are plants dying on my watch when my husband is gone and when he was gone on deployments and gone away, and he still travels quite a bit. The plants will be alive when he gets home. So I got to tell you, it's really good for our marriage too. And so I want to just show a little bit. So we are definitely in a transition period with our towers. We have 3 Tower Gardens. We have the 2 flex and the home. And we've been gone out of the country for the last several weeks. And we have arrived back in an incredible heat wave in San Antonio. As of right now, the heat index is 102 while I'm sitting here. So if I start sweating, you know why. But I want to share that the flex here, and Johnny was sharing, it's a 20-gallon tank. This tomato plant here, and a lot of green, so you can't see them all. We have had this tomato plant for over a year. It has survived ice storms. It has survived heat. It has survived. And these tomatoes are so yummy and delicious as they were a year ago. And I just love that. And we've got flowers on here. We've got tarragon. We've got chives. And we're in the midst of kind of adding more to this. And then we just cleaned out our whole home. And the reason that we have lights on here and we're outside, you're thinking, okay, why do you have the lights? Our home, actually, we just filled with all herbs and all salads. And because of the heat, we're going to roll this puppy back into the house after this call. And that's why the lights are on it. And I love that we're able to decide, roll them in, roll them out, do whatever we want, depending what is going on within our life and the food that we want to grow. And I have to tell you, just having these outside, having neighbors come over, having little toddlers to pick a tomato off of our Tower Garden and eat it is it's just amazing. And so I love it. So now I'm going to switch gears for just a second, and I want to share just a few slides because I want to share a few other things that just mean the world to me about our Tower Gardens. Okay, so like I was telling you guys, I'm a Nonna, and this is our grandson, Judah. And I absolutely love the picture, of course, because, you know, I'm a little prejudiced to him. But what this picture really represents for me, it represents the generational impact of this nutrition on his body. You see, his mama ate Juice Plus for 10 years before she was pregnant with him. She ate Juice Plus during her pregnancy and through breastfeeding. And he is now eating Juice Plus, and he loves the towers. He loves to be out with us. This is him at 18 months. And he loves to pick the leaves and smell and try to taste things. And for me, this generational legacy, this impact on our cells and our DNA, I think is the most incredible blessing that I can pass on to my family, and I can pass on to all the families that I get to share Tower Gardens with and Juice Plus with, because to me, they are just a mirrored couple. And together, the outcome and the nutritional value is incredible. And so another thing that I really love about the Tower Garden is the nutrition and the taste and the safety. And I do have to laugh. I love that they were showing the cabbage, the guy pulling the cabbage out of the Tower Garden, because up in the right-hand corner, this is my hubby. Most husbands bring their wives, or bring their spouses fresh flowers. No, he brings me a big cabbage head for a gift, and I absolutely loved it. So these are our Tower Gardens and some of our harvests. But I really want to point out that the nutrition on Tower Gardens is actually packed with more nutrients than any store-bought produce that you can purchase. And it will taste fresher than anything you can imagine. I just have to tell you, when you eat arugula off of a Tower Garden, or you eat a tomato or kale or spinach or lettuce, it is like a party explosion in your mouth. There is absolutely no comparison to growing your own produce on the Tower Garden that is better than organic. And they did mention, which I think is super cool, is that Tower Gardens, grow 30% more, yield 30% faster than soil. This was super important for us. Remember, we were moving every 1 to 2 years. We didn't have months for things to start growing. We needed them to grow fast, and we needed to start eating the produce as soon as possible. And so I really love the fact, you guys, that we are combating food waste, right? Through sustainable growing, we are inspiring healthy living by taking control of our own food supply. And if you hear me passionate about this, I am so passionate, because we know it is safe to eat. As they shared, there are no pesticides or herbicides or contaminants. There's no concern about E. coli breakouts. And we also know that we are not going to be buying a bunch of produce that is going to sit in our refrigerator, rot, and we have to throw it out. We just go out, we harvest off of the tower every night or during the day, whenever we want to, and then it will just grow back. And so we get, for me, we are feeding our family for a lifetime, and the families that we get and the couples we get to share with, they are learning how the amazing concept of the Tower Garden and being able to feed their families for a lifetime. And finally, you guys, I just have to share this. The heart of our community and the ability to share to our community is pure joy for me. And everyone, you could just hear the joy in everybody talking tonight, right? So our incredible company has a program where every Boys and Girls Club in the United States is eligible to receive a free Tower Garden with lights. And I have to tell you that I have the blessing of getting Tower Gardens into a couple of boys and girls after school programs. And I will tell you that to see kids take ownership of what they grow, see their excitement, expand their palates, expand their mind, it is just a phenomenal experience. And I wanted to share one thing by Stephen Ritz, who some of you may know and some of you may not, but this man has just changed the landscape of the Bronx and other neighborhoods that were just malnourished from lack of produce. He said, what if we taught students that they have as much potential as a seed, that in the right conditions, they can grow into something great? That is what we have the opportunity to do. So I'm going to stop sharing now. And I just want to say that all of this is because 11 years ago, someone cared enough about me and my family to share about Juice Plus and the opportunity and Tower Gardens. And I have a gigantic, huge heart of gratitude for this community that we get to be a part in, that just loves and supports, for our incredible company, for this business opportunity that has afforded me so many more opportunities to give back, and to this nutrition that has changed the landscape of our family and our family's life. And so I just want to say thank you all so much for giving me the opportunity to share tonight.